Hello, everybody. Today we are doing a demo for the 360 SMS app on Salesforce. So I have another colleague who's going to be using his cell phone to send out messages so I can show you two-way communication real time on Salesforce on the 360 SMS app. To begin with, 360 SMS is a native application on Salesforce. That means your users will not have to log on to any other system or software outside of Salesforce. Also, being native gives us certain leverages, like you can use the same permission sets, the same sharing rules, and the same reporting feature that Salesforce has to offer. And we don't have any servers, so we don't store any of your data unlike other companies. So whatever messages you're sending, you're receiving is only stored on your Salesforce org, and only you will have access to it, and your users will have access to it. Also, we can work with any standard or custom objects on Salesforce. So leads, contacts, accounts are all standard objects. If you have any custom objects that you're using in your org or in your setup, we can also work with custom objects as well. 360 SMS is the only application that works with all the clouds of Salesforce: sales, service, and marketing. To give you an example of a dashboard or a report that I have created here for my SMS activities, I have some reports here which talk about the outgoing messages for last 30 days, incoming messages for last 30 days, unread messages. We also have an option to create SMS templates. So you can create templates with merge fields in them. And you can also create reports to see which template is being used the most by your users, or which template gives you more responses in terms of incoming SMSs. And of course, you can create different other reports depending upon what kind of data you want to analyze. And then we have a link tracking feature. In case you're inserting a link in an SMS, you can track and see if that link was clicked by the end recipient or not. And then on my homepage, I have an incoming SMS widget here, which notifies you for every incoming SMS that comes in. So I'm going to have one of my colleagues have a two-way conversation with me. He's going to go ahead and send me a message from his phone saying demo as a keyword onto a number. The message comes in right here. So I have an automation set up here. If anybody sends me the keyword demo and they don't exist as a record in my system, I look that up with your cell phone number. The automation will create a new lead record for me, and it will send you an automated response asking for your name. This is the message coming by my colleague. It's created a new lead with the mobile number. And an auto message has been triggered out. So it's asking for the full name. Once the customer replies with the full name, it's going to ask two more questions like the email and then the company name. Also, if you notice, I have some messages that are auto-populating here. That's because we have an integration with ChatGPT as well. So it just gives you suggestions as to what responses you can send out based on the message you've received. Or you can always edit or maybe delete the whole thing and type a custom message by yourself. Also on the left, I don't have any of the customer details here. I don't have the name, I don't have the company, nor the email here. But then I have the ability to auto-populate all the responses that are coming through the SMS into the respective fields. So I'll just refresh my page right now, and all the information gets auto-populated. There we go. We have the name, the company name, and the email right here. Now, this is an example of automation you can create based on keywords. You can also trigger automated messages if you change a status of a field or if you update a value of a field. You can trigger automated messages based on time. So for your meeting reminders, appointment reminders, due date reminders, you can send out automated meeting reminders through SMS. So to show you an example, if I create an event or a meeting here with this client, and as soon as I save it, it would trigger an automated message. Now I have this message trigger right away as soon as I create the event, so I can show you the automation on this particular demo. However, you can have your messages as reminders trigger based on what timeframes you want to set up. Like for example, you can trigger reminder messages 24 hours prior to the event, Another one can go out maybe an hour prior to the event. And the content of the messages here can be changed or customized to your preference. So of course, it says your meeting with 360 has been booked. You can also insert a picture of yourself if you want as well. It picks up the date and time and asks you to confirm or reschedule by replying with the appropriate option. So Justin here replied with 1, hence you received another automated message which says, great, your appointment is confirmed. However, if Justin had to reply with 2 as an option to reschedule, I have another automation set up with a message that goes out which says, thank you for the update. Here is a link to my calendar. Go ahead and book another meeting with me. Also, you can trigger automated messages based on new record creation. So if you manually create a new record in Salesforce, or if you have a web to lead, or you have different sources of how your leads get created into Salesforce, you can trigger an automated message based on new record creation as well. All these automations in Salesforce are created using flows. There is nothing outside of Salesforce that is being used. The next feature I want to show you is the iText. Now, when I talk about the iText stands for intelligent texting. You can use this as a chatbot. You can use this for surveys. You can also use this as a method to generate more leads for the business. So just to better explain this feature, I'm going to talk about one of the use cases of how one of our customers uses the iText to generate more leads for the business. So this customer is basically giving out loans to small and medium companies. So wherever he promotes the business, he's put up a posting which says, if you're looking for a business loan, just text any of these keywords, loans, loan, fund, or funding to a particular number. Let's say you come across the advert, you send them a message saying any of these keywords. He creates a new lead and then sends out a first message. This is an example that our templates can also support merge fields and merge tags. So it says, thank you for reaching out. Are you looking for a loan? We have exciting offers for you. Reply 1 for yes, 2 for no, or 3 for maybe. Now the answers he could get coming here could be 1, 2, 3, or yes, no, maybe. Let's talk about the first answer option. Instead of somebody saying 1 or yes, they spell the number 1, they say won't or yeah. Whatever keywords he could think of could come in as a yes response. He's put in those keywords here. And anyone responding with these keywords, he has predefined the next message to go out, which says, great, how much are you looking for? Reply 1 for less than 50K, 2 for more than 50K, then 3 for 100K. Again, let's talk about the first answer option. If the customer replies with 1 or less than 50 or lesser, he has predefined this message to go out. However, if a customer replies with 2 or more than 50, they get a separate set of questions on their cell phone. So the iText basically helps you create a flow like this without using any kind of programming on the back end of Salesforce. No flows required. In simple questions and answers, you can create this whole flow. Based on the previous response you get, you can predefine the next message to go out. Create like an SMS tree. Also, to add to this, we have an action handler feature. So when I say action handler, based on the response you've gotten, like let's assume that this person said yes, he's looking for a business loan. So based on that response, I can further perform actions on that particular record. Like I can go ahead and notify one of my users internally with an SMS on their phone to get in touch with this client. I can send them a push notification. I can create a chatter post. I can create a call task. I can add you to a campaign. I can add you to a drip campaign, or then I can also update a status of a field or also update a value of the field. That's how powerful the iText is. This is a unique feature to 360 SMS only. Coming back to your record, the next feature I want to show you is one-to-one texting. So this box right here called the conversation view is a visual force page, and this can be placed anywhere on your page layout. So I have one here. I also have one at the bottom just for a bigger view. So I can custom type a text message. I can use emoticons. If I click on the clipboard icon here, this gives me an option to select a folder. And from that folder, I can then select a template. So you can create multiple folders and add templates in them based on maybe the content, department, user. You can segregate it the way you like it to be. Here is an example of a template. It's picked up your first name automatically because we have a merge field of the lead first name in the template. If you click on the 9 dots here, this gives you an option to send a message to up to 5 phone fields in a record. So for example, if I have Justin's phone fields here in just the mobile phone fields, but let's assume that we have Justin partner also involved in the account, and you want both of them to be notified at the same time, and you have the wife's phone field, maybe the partner's phone field in the phone field here, you can go ahead and select up to 5 fields here that you can send an SMS to or a multimedia message. If you click on the message icon here, this is used for various channels you can leverage to send out the messages. So apart from SMS and multimedia messaging, we do WhatsApp integration, we do Facebook, WeChat, Line, Instagram, Viber, and Kakao Talk as well. Then we have a unique feature called the Ringless voice drop. If you click on the mic icon here, this gives you an option to send out an audio message. Just like your SMS templates, you can record your audio templates here. You can upload a recording from your computer, or then you can also record a live audio message as well. The beauty of this feature is when you send out a ringless voice drop, your customer's phone will ring once and get disconnected, and that notification on their phone shows up as a missed call. However, it's not a missed call, it's only an audio message which you sent, and that directly goes into their voicemail box. So when they click on the notification, it will play the audio message for them, and they can either call you or text you back on the same number. In terms of a sender number, if you click on this icon right here, you can use an existing landline, or you can use a voice over IP number to be the from number that you send out the messages from, or you can get a virtual number from us with the choice of your area code. We also support short codes as well. We help you with the entire process of getting the short code procured and setting it up as well. A user can have multiple sender IDs, and it can work vice versa as well. If you click on the clip icon here, this is used for multimedia messaging. This will take you directly to the storage of your computer. You can then attach a picture message, an image, a short video, a PDF, whatever you'd like from there. I'm just going to send a one-to-one message to Justin. And he's going to reply to us as well, so we can show you the messaging real time. You can choose between various sender numbers you want. And we support group texting as well. So in the group texting, you can have 10 people, including the sender, in a group. So it gives you an option to even maybe start a group chat or just send the message as a personal chat. You can always get this feature taken off from here if you want. We can just have the normal one-to-one texting here. Okay, just give me one moment. Now Justin would reply back to me from his cell phone, and you'll see the message coming here in real time. Here we go. Also, the conversation view here will keep a track of all your incoming and outgoing messages right from the start. You can look it up with a specific time frame. You can look it up with marked messages, date, and content as well. If you click on the 3 lines here, it will show you different users that were involved in an SMS conversation with this customer. If you want to see a specific user's chat, just click on the name, and that particular user's chat will load up here with the client. Apart from this, we have a related list, which is called the SMS history. And the SMS history also keeps a track of all your incoming and outgoing messages. It just gives you more details like the type of the message, the content of the message, what number it was sent from, to what number, and then you have a date and time stamp as well. This right now is available on Justin's lead record level. I also have this available on the complete org level as well. So in case you want to create reports and dashboards, just like I have for myself, for all your users, SMS history would be the object for you. Moving on to the next feature we have is bulk SMS or batch SMS. So we have 3 different ways of how you could send out a bulk SMS. The first way is through a list view. Now, since I have leads the leads object configured here to send out the messages. I'm going to select one of my list views from here. I'm going to select the leads here, the list view right here, select all the members. We install a send bulk SMS button view. Now, a limitation by Salesforce here is that you can only view 200 records at one time in the list view. So with this option of sending out a bulk SMS, you can do a group of 200 or lesser each time. So you select the members, you click on the send bulk SMS button. This will highlight all the people in that list. Give it a second. Okay, you got about 50 people in that list. Then you have your sender phone. So you can choose between multiple numbers. You can just have one number automatically populate here as well. You can select your channel, like SMS or multimedia. You want to send a WhatsApp message, a Facebook Messenger message. So different social media platforms are available for bulk SMS as well. Then you have your folders for your templates. Let me show you an example of a template with the merge field in it. This is how a merge field or a merge tag would look like in a template. Then we have the iText. Now, what I showed you about the iText was that if somebody, let's talk about this use case itself. If somebody sent a keyword like loan, loans, or funding, then they get this whole flow of the message. Talking about the same company here, let's assume that these 50 people applied for a loan at a particular time, but did not go further with the application. But he, as a company, still has 50 potential leads he could get business from. What you can do with the iText is you can go ahead and send out the first message of the iText proactively, asking them if they're interested in a business loan. And whatever they reply with, 1, 2, or 3, the messages that you have predefined in the iText here will automatically trigger out. So you can use the iText to be a part of a bulk SMS as well. And then we have similar features like you can use emoticons, you can use voice drop messages here. You can attach a multimedia message. You can also schedule a bulk SMS to trigger on a specific date and time. These timeframes can be modified to your preference. Every incoming SMS that you receive, we can notify you for every incoming SMS. We can notify the record owner, or then we can notify the last sender of the SMS. The first option of a notification is a sound notification on your computer, like a chime sound. The second option is we have this utility bar, which opens up anywhere on the Lightning version of Salesforce. It goes dark blue and the red dot against it, which indicates that you have a new SMS come in. You can toggle between your unread messages, all your messages right here. We also have color combinations as well. If your message is within 60 minutes of it coming in, it's in the color green. If it's between 60 and 120 minutes, it comes in the color amber. If it's more than 2 hours, it's in the color red. I can even reply to the contact from here as well. If I click on the reply button here, it would pop out a mini conversation view for me like this. And I can have up to 6 of these opened up at one time. This is a WhatsApp conversation. The third way of notifying you is an email notification. Excuse me. We can send you a push notification as well. And we can send you the Salesforce bell notification icons as well, which notifies you for every incoming SMS. The second option of sending out a bulk SMS is from reports. SMS from reports is, again, a unique feature to 360 SMS. Now, why would a customer use a report? Unlike a list view, a report can hold about 49 million records at one time. So that's how many messages you can push out each time using a particular report. Let me go ahead and pull up one of my reports to show you how this works. Now here, if you see, it says in report, for sending SMS, the record ID column is a mandate. Let me explain this to you. Now, since I use leads here, every time I create a new lead, Salesforce assigns that lead with a unique lead ID. So when I create the report, all I have to do is just include the record ID field. In my case, since I use leads, I will include the lead ID field. And using that particular field, we are mapping the messages back to each record in the report. This is one of my reports. If I click on this, it's going to open up the report and have the lead ID field automatically selected. By default, the report will only pull up your first 2,000 records. But then we have a way to have it accommodate up to 49 million records. You just got to do, all you got to do is just click on this checkbox here. It would pull up all the audiences in your report. I click on send. It populates the same interface like I showed you earlier from the list views. However, I have 3,774 people in this list. This is a second way of sending out a bulk SMS, which is SMS from reports. The third option is through campaigns. Now, if you're familiar with email campaigns on Salesforce, we have replicated the same thing for SMS. So instead of email, you're sending out an SMS here. So when you create the campaign only has two parts. One is the details, the nomenclature. The second is where you add in your members. Now, you can add your members from only standard objects, which is leads and contacts, or a mix and match of both. And that's a limitation by Salesforce. And you can have up to 50,000 members at one time in the campaign. 50. So 3 different ways of sending out a bulk SMS, which is list views, reports, and campaigns. The next feature I want to show you is the Conversation Manager. Now, the Conversation Manager works like a unified console from wherein the users can see all the SMS chats that they're having with their clients or leads from one place itself. And at the same time, also have access to that particular record from this view itself. On the left, I have all the leads that I'm chatting with. Let's say if I click on any of the lead name here, or if I just look for Justin. You can also have it configured to have the latest message show up right on the top. Just going to click on this. Let's say we exchange a few messages with Justin and I need to maybe make some changes onto his record or add some information. I can just click on details and I have the record right here. So I can make the changes right here. Also, you can toggle between various objects that you're using. You have various list views for those objects right here. You can even send a bulk SMS to a list view from here as well. So if you click on the list view you want to select all the members, and you click on actions. Under actions, you have various actions that you can perform. One of them is send SMS. You click on that. This will highlight all the people in that list, and it populates the same interface like I showed you from list views earlier. The next feature I want to show you is the drip campaign. I'm sure you're familiar with how email drip campaigns work, wherein you create a set of email templates and then you have them trigger over a period of time. So to create something like this on Salesforce, you need to create automations and flows to get that created. So with our drip campaign, you don't have to use any kind of programming. Here's how you can create the whole journey. So I have one created here. Let's say I have created a whole journey to have maybe 6 follow-ups made before maybe I mark a lead as non-responsive or dormant and so on. So in case I want to add the 5th step or the 5th communication here in my drip campaign, all I have to do is click on add actions. You can decide when this message or when this action should execute. So it could be when all conditions are met, when no conditions are met. We can also create a custom logic as well. You can toggle the channels between SMS, multimedia, WhatsApp, or any other social media platform, or Ringless voice drop. You can even send an email to be a mix and match of your touch points. You can also create a task for your internal user as well. You can name this, let's say, as 5th follow-up. You put in a description just for your reference. The status will always be active. And you can decide when this 5th message should go out. Right away after the 4th one, or on a particular date and time after the 4th one was sent, or on a condition. The condition could be 4 or 5 days, minutes, hours after, before a certain criteria in Salesforce. Let's say I select the previous action here. That's the 4th follow-up. I can put in a time as well. You'll have your sender number auto-populate here as an option if you want, or you can even select from a list of it. You can also use the iText to be a part of the touchpoint follow-ups as well. So in case you insert the loan iText here with the person who gives out loans, you could say, hi, are you looking for a business loan? And let's say they reply with 1, 2, or 3, the messages will automatically trigger out from the iText created here. Or then you can just use a normal SMS template. You can upload a multimedia message as well. Now, let's say the customer responds to the 5th follow-up. So you can perform actions like you can stop the drip campaign, or based on the response that has come in, you can stop the current drip campaign and start a new one. Similarly, if you're inserting a link in an SMS, if the customer clicks on the link, you can perform the same actions and save it. So that's how I created my 5th follow-up, or a 5th step in the drip campaign. Similarly, you can go on creating them by clicking on add action and select the channel you want to use. Let's say email this time. Let's say 6th follow-up. The condition could be, let's say, 2 days after last activity made, for example. And you can put in a time here as well. You select your email template, and you can save this. You have your 6th follow-up here. So that's about the drip campaign. If I come back to your record right here, the next feature I want to show you is the link tracking feature. If you notice, every SMS that I send and receive to or from you has a globe sign against it, right? But now if I send a message with a link in it, for example, I'm going to open and type in google.com. I'm going to select this. And if I send this, the globe sign against the message will have a number sign against it because you have a link in the SMS. Now, if Justin clicks on that link, the number against the globe sign will keep changing every time he clicks on the link. Here we go. We also have an option to shorten your links, also add a custom domain to your link as well. That's all available with our link tracking feature. And then we have two add-on features, which is called Verify the Phone. Verify the Phone will tell you the number you have on file, if that's a valid number, and what type of a number it is. If it's a VoIP, if it's a landline, if it's a mobile. We have the same thing for email as well. It tells you for email you have on file if that's a verified email, and if that email is correct or not. So this is pretty much what 360 SMS does with Salesforce. You're most welcome to book a demo with us. Thank you so much for your time today.